Welcome to another episode of the Michigan Wolverine Dynasty, where today we take on the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Michigan looks to win today and moving on to the next one. We'll be wearing blue jerseys, maize pants, but Michigan looks to continue their win streak and move it to 7. I will see you at halftime. Thanks for watching.
Welcome to Ann Arbor and the Big House, home to one of the most storied programs in college football and the first one to win 1,000 games, the Michigan Wolverines. A Big Ten showdown coming, conference games where the results will stick with you for the rest of the season. As we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, taking on the #1 team in the land, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Wolverines will get us underway with the opening kickoff. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The Cornhuskers offense is on the field for the first time today. And there he is. To this team's fans, he is a heroic figure. He is the guy who can lead them to the promised land.
This guy has been in big games, in big moments, and he's delivered for his football team. It never seems like a situation is just too big for him. This obviously is a huge game. I cannot wait to see this guy compete.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. The RPO, it's complete. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. Less than a yard to go to pick up the first down. Off play action. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the right. Makes the grab and a nice gain. Gets it to the 35.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup. He went for it. He attacked it. Got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
They'll give it to the back. He had to fight for a couple down to the 33.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling.
Going for it all. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
Strong safety blitzes can sometimes be hard to see coming from a quarterback standpoint because we're used to seeing the strong safeties insert themselves into the box, but you don't oftentimes see them blitz like that. That can be tricky to watch.
Signals for a fair catch around the 5-yard line, hauls it in. He's backed up deep in his own territory. So Michigan's offense will go to work for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football.
The give to the tailback. Fighting off the defender. That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6. Line is set on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Priestcorn. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
They make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31. Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. They'll try to get the first through the air. Gets rid of it. A strike downfield. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
And the Wolverines are moving quickly down the field. The give to the back. Breaks the tackle. And that's a live ball. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it.
And I like that this offense is stay balanced and hand him the football and show confidence. He put the ball on the deck last.
Timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. Takes the handoff. It's Marshall. Got room at the 35. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
The run from the shotgun. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up. The Wolverines are threatening on first and goal. They'll try to pound their way in. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Wolverines. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of...
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Defense came on the field with fresh legs, and here on just the second play of the drive, they're able to get a sack.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Trying to get to it. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack. He is a menace rushing the passer. Career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Nice move to keep moving. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Tried to pound it on 1st down, now back to the line. Off the play fake. Got it in the middle, it's Westbrook. They've got it inside the 30, they'll mark it at the 28, it's 1st down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Knocked down after a 3-yard gain to the 25. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. Coming after him. Moves around to clear up the vision. This senior quarterback moving the chains and picking up a 1st down for his team. And the Wolverines are moving quickly down the field. They'll try the run. Able to get one down to the 15.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
He's now up to 64 yards on the ground, and that magical 1,000-yard mark is oh so close. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. And it's caught! Touchdown, Michigan!
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. USC has just had no answers today. You should see what the Trojan greats are saying on social media right now. Reggie Bush, Matt Leinart, talk about not safe for work. They're trailing by 14 to Penn State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Well, jet sweep pass. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. And the Huskers will line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. He gets a block. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stopped. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They've jumped on them, executing at a high level and up 14-0, David.
This is the exact start you want. I mean, offense is playing great. Defense has gotten stops. You're in a position now, Palmer, to put the hammer down and get a 3-possession lead.
I'm really impressed with their physicality on both sides of the ball early in this one. They've been winning in the trenches. So here on offense, keep running the football and show your dominance.
Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
And it's knocked away. They'll give up the ball, failing to convert on 4th. On 1st down, here comes this offense. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Finds his tight end. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving. It's 1st and 10. And he fires over the middle. It's incomplete. After they couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. Now the play fake. Pocket starts to collapse. And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
Looking down the middle. He's got an open man. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at him. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Nebraska.
Man, I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. He'll start the return inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big.
He's going up top. Got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Wolverines.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. The kickoff team out there and ready to go. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one. All kinds of room to the right. Past the 30, the 10. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Huskers!
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So, guys, we'll see this offense again. They'll start this drive with a pass. That's reeled in. It's Figueroa. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Takes a hit as he fires. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Second down coming up. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Trying to get behind the defense. And he hauls it in inside the 30. Touchdown, Michigan! What a catch and run for 6.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish with a bang, a 71-yard scoring strike. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. On the move from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. They're looking for an advantage to the right. Picks up just a few before he's brought down. Not really willing to take a risk there on 3rd and long. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, tough to beat.
End of half number 1, Michigan leads 28-14 over Nebraska. Filippo 8 of 11, 205 and 3 touchdowns through the air, on the ground. Micah Kapanis 5 for 16 and a touchdown. Marshall 12 for 77. Frederick Davis 3 for 148 and 2 touchdowns. David Figueroa 2 for 17 and a touchdown. So Michigan looks to get into the end zone. Looks to get this one over with. Here, it's time to go, though. I'll talk to you at the end of the game. Enjoy the second half of college football.
The Huskers will kick it away to crank up the second half. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
They've got him down at the 30 after he ripped off 15 yards. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Leaves it with the back. He's up to 73 yards on the ground, and he came into this game leading the nation in rushing. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Right back to him on the ground. Makes the stop at the 49. Give him 5 yards on the play and a first down. The Wolverines are on the move. They'll throw it on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. After the misfire, now on 2nd down. The play action fake. Unloads to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll take the deep shot. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds. Looking for a productive play on first down. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Heaves it deep. And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Finds his big tight end.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Cornhuskers will try to pin them back with the punt. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. On the run, it's Marshall. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
As an offense, you've got the lead, you've had success running the football. You hope that this play is just a blip because you know you're going to have to lean on your bell cow running back to ice this game and close it.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. He wants to go deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
That's one thing this defense takes a lot of pride on. They like tackling the catch, and they like being around the ball. That time, he was in proximity to knock that thing loose. Nice physical play.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. He's got it on the left. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. And the Wolverines getting set on 1st and 10. Handoff to the lone back. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Time to take a shot. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Right down the middle. Another incompletion on 3rd down. And here comes the field goal unit. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. Field goal is good. And now the lead is extended a little further.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg. 50+, and he did it with ease.
They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Trailing now by 17, David, this is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something there.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Trying to get them outflanked on the jet sweep. They make the stop right at the 30-yard line, but it's a 10-yard pickup and a first down. Final minute now of the third quarter. Power football with the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'll be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Got the quick pass. Tackle is made after the first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting to his production.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. This offense has a second down play. He's looking to throw. And he can't pull the trigger, and that will be the final play of the third quarter. We wrap it up with a sack. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Holds it in.
I really like this slot receiver because of his shiftiness, and you see that on his route running. Really, really nice job creating separation for his QB.
They're throwing for it on fourth down. Buys a little time with his feet. Got all he needed for the first down, and then he gets down on the slide. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Wide receiver coming across in motion. A first down run on the doorstep. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. On the option. Now the pitch. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line. Understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
And the extra point is good, but they still trail 31-21. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Hawaii is down, but they are not out of it. Not there in Oahu, one of the more majestic places to watch a game in all of college football. They're trailing by 11 to Nevada. for now, it's back to you fellas. But, of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll leave it with him. Shakes off the tackler. Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26. Now looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 26. He'll try to get it through the air. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Finds him out of the backfield, and they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down. The Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He wants to throw. Fires to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on 2nd down. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. He's up to 94 yards rushing. He continues to impress as he leads the nation in rushing. The give and tick, 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 tick. Showed off just about every move in the book, except the forward move. Stopped for a short gain. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wide out in motion. They'll give it on the jet sweep, looking for room outside. Ball down at the 38-yard line, and a big pickup of 15 yards there. On 1st and 10 from the 38. The lone back's got it. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Here comes a 3rd down situation, and the defense has had no answer so far. Fires deep toward the end zone. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. That is no good. Lead is still at double digits, but missed a chance to make it bigger. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Wide open downfield. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. Offense getting set for first down. He's going to pass. That's caught. It's Hall. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
He's forced out of bounds at the 28. And that's a first down for the offense.
Fresh set of downs after the completion. Looking to go up top on first down. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Makes the grab. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Back to the air one more time. Touchdown, Cornhuskers! And the comeback is on.
And that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Now we've got a little game pressure, and we'll see how the offense responds in a three-point game, Jesse.
I can't wait to see this quarterback and how he's going to be able to handle that pressure, David. How will he respond in this situation?
And just knowing, listen, I'm only up by 3 now. If I can make this a 2-score game, I can almost put this away in the fourth quarter.
They'll give it to him again. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
They run into a bit of trouble here. 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Get it out on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there, and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
And after that completion, it's decision time now for the head coach. Do you kick a field goal, add to your lead, make it more difficult on the opposing offense, or do you trust your quarterback to make one more big completion here and ice the game?
Splits the uprights, it's good. With that field goal, now it takes a touchdown to beat them, so you want to pin them back and then let the defense have a little room to work with. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position too, Reese. Don't let the moment get too big. Play within yourself, David, because this guy's practiced the situation before.
No doubt. Use the sidelines. They're your friend. I don't have to take deep shots. Throw beyond the first down marker.
And the pass hits, picked off. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return to that small change. They take over at the 43.
That might be the nail in the coffin, fellas.
Michigan
Offense, they're trying to get back
will win the ball game here. As Galipo will take the knee. Michigan wins 34-28.
It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get the
And the Wolverines.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this
Finish
circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct. And you don't
Galipo
know
13-26, 281. 3 touchdowns. Grant Marshall with 21 for 105, but
That's going
Connor
to do it for us.
is the one with
Jesse
the rushing
Palmer,
score.
David Pollack, our entire broadcast team.
Player of the game,
I'm Reese
Frederick Davis,
This
4
has
for
been
196,
another presentation
and 2
of EA
touchdown
Sports College
receptions.
football.
Defensively, the only interception of the ball game came from Josiah Edmond. And kicking, Savage again went 2 for 3. This time with a long of 54. 4 for 4 on extra points. But Michigan just barely escapes a Nebraska scare. But they rise to 7-0 on the year as Michigan wins today 34-28. Will we stay? I think we will. Tavita Felili. 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 Remember? Frederick Davis won national honor. He's Big Ten Offensive Player of the Week. And he only won Big Ten Offensive Player of the Week, while Lugar got Big Ten Defensive Player of the Week. Let's go. Nice job. Good job. Maize and Blue fall to number 2 in the country behind a one-loss A&M team. Really? We're undefeated. I know we just had a horrible look against Nebraska, but so we're close to getting Denton McMillan as well. Business scheduled for the Week 11 game when we play Michigan State. We're also pretty close on getting Sebastian O'Shaughnessy and Kevin Goodwell, Brinker is close to his top 3. David Hinson, the 4th. Top classes right now, we are number 2, 14 4 stars, 4 3 stars in our 18 commits. But that'll do it. Again, Michigan wins 34-28. This week we play Washington at home, or on the road, sorry. We get Washington on the road for one of the last road games of the season. It's this game, Purdue, and then our final one in Columbus against Ohio State. And then after we play Washington, we have 2 more home games. Maryland is Senior Day. And then, of course, the battle for Paul Bunyan. Well, the week before that. But Michigan looks to